Hello everyone, Randy here again. We're playing Farming Simulator 15 on Pleasant Valley Rivers on the RDAllen multiplayer server, and joined at the moment by Steven and Reese. And we're waiting for our combine to fill up with fuel here. Hopefully gonna go out and harvest some cranberries here. Buggy informed me there's a field of cranberries ready to harvest. And looking at the map, unfortunately, it doesn't show up. It's supposed to be field 27 here. It doesn't actually show on the map, so hopefully Buggy's right and they are there. The field is covered underwater currently, so we do need to dump some... I'm assuming it's gravel. There's a load of gravel sitting there waiting, so... Dump a load of gravel in the trigger point there, and the water should go down from the field. Now, I'm not necessarily a cranberry harvesting expert here, but I think that's actually backwards. I think when you harvest your cranberries, and somebody that actually maybe does this can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think when you harvest your cranberries, you actually flood the field, not unflood the field. But in order to actually get on this field, we do have to unflood it. The water on this field is apparently quite deep, I've been told, and it's one of the only fields, or one of the only areas on the map where you can actually drive into the water and drown your vehicle. Do not drive too deeply in the water. Most of the rest of those water on this map you can actually drive into. Doesn't have any effect. Other than you're going to have to try to get out of the river, which might be a bit of fun. Most of the banks on a lot of the rivers are quite steep, so if you accidentally do drive into a river, yeah, good luck getting back out. There are a few areas you can, but... And I believe we have to go around this way. I don't think there's an entrance to field 27. You know, up by field 23 there. Uh-oh, truck kind of straight at us. Maybe I should have washed this combine before we started. It looks kind of dirty. Oh well. This is the in-game New Holland combine, by the way. I know there is a modded... I think it's a New Holland combine. Has a larger capacity, if I remember correctly. We don't have that particular combine yet, so... Just grabbing this one. And double check here. I believe this is the way we have to go. I don't know how many episodes it's been on the map here so far, but I'm still figuring my way out around this map in some areas. Oh, and since last time, too, we have picked up the steel plant. We now own the steel plant, so that's pretty nice. We can now make our own steel. And looks like someone has stocked it all up already as well, so that's pretty good. And for those of you who have seen Cranberries on Pleasant Valley, very similar setup here. You got the water flooded fields. There's actually two fields in this case. And let's see. So I guess we got to keep going. Oh, mud hole. Mud hole. Oh, look out for that. Yeah, there's a lot of mud holes on this map for those of you who have played on it. Especially up by, let's see, what area? By the Truffletopia there. And up in the northwest corner of the map there. A lot of mud up in... Oh, looks like I can see cranberries. Excellent. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were there or not, because like I say, you look at the map, and it's like they don't show up, but... Oh, the water's gone from the map. Okay, cool. Looks like we just need to start harvesting them then. And I know someone was asking, what kind of harvester do you need to harvest cranberries? Well, at least in Pleasant Valley, just a regular harvester here with a draper header will do it. Or at least it's supposed to anyway. I haven't actually tried this yet, but it is supposed to. Ooh, is this? Oh, it is fertilized. Okay. I thought for a moment there maybe it wasn't fertilized, but it is. Excellent. And just to show you folks too, let's see, let's go back to the map here. The trigger, I believe, for the water is this one right here. Oh, maybe, did someone just dump some in here? That might be what happened. Oh, so yes. Got a load of gravel here. Or dump a load of gravel here. Oh, yes, I'm guessing maybe Steven maybe just did that, or Reese? Somebody must have just dumped it in here, because it wasn't there a moment ago. Looks like a load of gravel here. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I said, this field is normally under quite a bit of water. Unlike Pleasant Valley, where it's just like, maybe like look like a foot of water or something like that. You know, enough to get your feet wet in. These fields are actually flooded. And I'm just guessing here, maybe the mod author's done that so you can't actually get into the field. Otherwise, I typically know most people won't even bother doing the flooding the field, unflooding the field, because it didn't matter. Yes, okay, must be Steve just did that, because I was going to say it, like, man, I thought I just looked at this a minute ago, there was water on this field. But yep, Steve just dumped the gravel in there. And just to show you folks there, that's where you do put the gravel in. And I'd like to say it was 50,000 liters of gravel. Not 100% sure on that, but I think that's how much it was. Again, the help manual will specify that. Reese, how do you plant cranberries? I think both planters will actually do it. Not 100% sure on that again, but... Okay, that should be enough of a headland here. Looking at the map, it looks like a big field, but now that we're actually down here, not actually that big of a field. And I believe both the factories we were working on last episode, I believe both of them have been built now. At least to my knowledge. I'll double check that maybe when we're done recording here. But I believe both of the factories have been built. Sam Adams and the one I have trouble pronouncing there, Smirnoff. Both those factories, I believe, have been built. And I believe Steven said he was working on getting them supplied up with what they need. And looking at this GPS doesn't look like it's set quite right. I didn't think so. Okay, there we go. Much better. And yes, our two fields here, we just own the one at the moment. I know it was kind of funny here. A couple days ago when we picked up this field, I had a message that popped up and asked, do you want to buy field 27? And I think it was, I don't remember the price tag on it again, but the message popped up, do you want to buy field 27? I'm looking around the map, it's like, where in the world is field 27? I think it was actually somebody else actually pointing, oh, that's actually the cranberry field. Oh, okay, there it is. I did not think to look in the water hole there for it. So yes, we did pick up field 27, obviously here harvesting the cranberries. It was just kind of funny there. It's like, man, where in the world is field 27? I'm looking all over the map here. Well, there's 23, there's 29. 26 down there. Where in the... Oh, 27, there it is. Took me a moment to find it. Are cranberries worth a lot? I am actually not sure, and I don't know that we're necessarily harvesting the cranberries here to sell them. It's probably more for the factories that need it. Okay, there we go. Didn't take us too long to fill up there, so it must not be too bad of a yield on the cranberries here. Like I said, I don't know if they're worth a lot or not. Yeah, I've never played Farming Simulator with a PS3 controller. I have played it with an Xbox controller. Yeah, not a PS3 controller. Anyway, folks, we'll see if we can read a couple of comments here while we're harvesting. And just before I read the comments here, I will have to comment and say I do like harvesting cranberries. Just a really neat looking crop type here to harvest. Almost looks like apples on there. I don't know, maybe it's just me, folks, but it almost looks like apples. I guess they do look somewhat similar, maybe. You know, cranberries just shrink them down a bit, or blow them up a bit, and you got an apple, or shrink it down and you got a cranberry. Very similar red color. Also, like I said before we started harvesting here, it seems like this is wrong to me. And you folks that maybe actually do some cranberry harvesting or know more about it than I do, I'm pretty sure you harvest cranberries with a flooded field. The cranberries, if memory serves me, float. So pretty much the harvester, and I don't know if you want to call it a harvester. It's pretty much just a beater bar, I think, that just goes by, knocks the cranberries off, and the cranberries float to the top of the water, and then, you know, scoop them out of the water pretty much. Kimmy was saying you should get a 4640 John Deere. I have not seen a John Deere 4640 mod, but if you folks could find one, I'll check it out. And like I said, at least for Oklahoma there, I am looking for some good, as I term it, more American-style mods. And in some ways, I hate to use that term, but in other ways, I think you folks know what I mean there. Ford Gaming was saying the baler, or that baler, you have to ted and windrow because the hay has to be dried. Partly correct there, with two exceptions. One, I'm going to try to make silage bales, and in that case, we really don't want the hay dried. And two, because I have I forget the name of the mod again, but the mod that basically lets me bale untedded grass, I shouldn't actually have to ted it. So for those of you who watch the Oklahoma series there, I had to ted the grass. The baler will pick it up. For you folks that's seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about there. The baler will pick it up, but it just lags my game something fierce. So speaking of which, someone did leave a comment as to what they said the suspect for the problem was. Oh, I wanted to get a nice zoom. I guess we can check out the texture in here too. Kind of a cool little texture. Calvin was asking, can you please get a big bud tractor with a big cultivator? That is the plan, folks. That is the plan once we get the money. Samuel was saying the 4955 would look good on the drill. One step ahead of you. I've already thought of that, and I have it on the drill already. On the Oklahoma map there. So probably next episode you folks will see that. Got to work on replanting some of the fields we've harvested there. Yes, this is the comment here I mentioned just a moment ago with the lagging from the grass. From AC Gaming, the lagging is the classics pack from the official website conflicting with a baler add grass mod. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I have removed the classics pack for the moment. And hopefully, I don't think I have any grass left because I think I tedded it all. But hopefully that will fix the problem because that is really annoying. And like I said, my intentions are to make some silage bales. And at least for silage bales, you really don't have to ted the grass. Wyatt was saying the John Deere 4955 has 200 horsepower. So that's right in the range I thought it was there last episode. Like I said, I have not looked it up. He says it's 200 horsepower. I think my guess was 190, so a little low there, but 200 horsepower. Definitely not, though, and this was my point, it definitely does not have 370 horsepower like the game says. A comment from GT Farmin'. There are a couple of self-propelled windrower mods out there. They aren't very good, and there is a John Deere one. Yes, I think I know which one you're talking about. And I think I had that one at one time. I finally just got rid of it. Like he said, it wasn't too good, so... which is kind of unfortunate. I know there was a couple of at least halfway decent ones in 2013, but I have not seen too many... or I haven't seen any, really. Other than the one self-propelled windrower in 15 here. Oh, we're going to have a lot of beef. Okay. Well, that's good. I think we need a lot. The Roblox was saying you should bail Field 6. No. Field 6 on Oklahoma, by the way. For those of you who do not know which field that is the second biggest field on the map. 13, I believe, is the monster big field. And then 6 isn't too far behind it. And just to make sure I could not bail it, by the way, folks, I did not have the combine produce windrows. I just did the wide spreading of the straw, so there is no windrows on that field to even bale. So that kind of fixes that problem. And I did that on purpose, by the way. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to be baling this field, so I'm just going to wide spread it. We're not going to windrow that. Nathan was asking, do you have a New Holland mower? Yes, I do have a New Holland mower that is very similar to the John Deere Moco. Actually, I think it's almost identical, just a different skin on it. We'll grab the truck here a moment. Yeah, it's pretty good looking cranberry texture, I would say. And I will have to say, too, I do like these trucks. Kind of cool. You can actually put two of them together like this. You can haul quite a bit at a time. Like I was saying last episode there, Pleasant Valley tends to become a trucking simulator at a point. So you end up pretty much hauling stuff all over the place. Kind of nice when you can add two fairly decently sized trailers here. I believe the total is 144,000, I'd like to say. So whatever you're hauling, 144,000 worth. Oh, my, yeah, maybe I better pull ahead just a little bit more there, folks. Looks like I'm a little close. And I'm assuming, by the way, this field is similar to Pleasant Valley. At some point, or after a given amount of time, this field's pretty much just going to reflood again. Don't know what the time limit on that is, but I'm assuming at a certain point here, the field's just going to start flooding again. So, and like I said, I don't know how much time you have here. It'd be nice if you could actually have it controlled somehow, you know, other than actually having to just dump gravel in it all the time. It'd be nice if you could just, you know, hey, switch at the top there somewhere, flip on the pump type of thing, and, you know, flood the field, flip it off, you know, flip it on, unflood the field. Rather than sitting here having to haul gravel over here all the time. Be a lot easier, at least in my opinion, just a flip a switch type of deal. And then, to somehow make it so the cranberries... Well, here again, folks, now that I think about this, like I said, I'm pretty sure cranberries are harvested underwater. So somehow make it so you can only harvest the cranberries while underwater. That'd be pretty cool. Obviously, wrong harvester type here. I'm pretty sure anyway. Like I said, I'm pretty sure a cranberry harvester, if you want to call it that, it's pretty much just a beater bar. Beats the cranberries off the plant. Nightwolf was commenting saying, I live in the Thumb area. For those who do not know where that is, I believe he's referencing Michigan there. The Thumb of Michigan. And he says he's starting to see more of the other style windrowers. More than the wheel style now. He says, although they're not as big as the in-game ones. And yeah, like I said, their last episode on Oklahoma there, I have seen, I think there's one farmer in the area that has one. It's just a single wheel, or I'm not exactly sure what style of windrower they call those, but at least in my area, typically you see the wheel rakes. At least that's what I call them anyway. I'm not sure what the advantage of one versus the other. At least for myself, mechanically looking at it, the wheel rakes look a little bit better because you have you have very few moving parts. You know, whereas the other style, you got a lot of, like I said, PTO, drive shaft, gearboxes, all that good stuff that can go wrong. Seems like a lot more hassle there, but yeah, compared to the wheel rakes where you just got a wheel that goes around. Ray Dovin was saying, excellent video. Thank you very much for that. Who's weaponized? Interesting name there. Finally, a farming simulator YouTuber that actually knows how to use a Moco properly. And I know what he means by that. I have seen a few people use the John Deere Mocos there before. It's like, nope, you're not quite using that right. Although if you're using like hired workers or course play or something, doing it the way I'm doing it makes it really hard for like course play or something to do it. I'm not going to say impossible, but it's a lot easier just to use it the wrong way then. Okay, looks like we have about half the field done here so far. Like I said, looking at the map, it looks like a fairly good sized field, but once you're down here, I guess it's actually not that big. Francis was saying when you're spraying a growing field, you need to pay attention to where your sprayer left off so you know where it stopped. Otherwise, you won't be able to tell where it stops. Yes. And like I said, unfortunately, folks, my hired worker, for some reason, even when he runs out, keeps on going. Don't know why that is. Like I said, folks, probably assuming a mod conflict somewhere, but not sure what is causing that. The planters do the same thing, too, by the way. Planter runs out, it'll just keep on going, accomplishing nothing. Unfortunately, I don't know why. Really annoying. What I actually did last time to fix that, folks, I actually used course play. And course play will actually stop when it's empty and actually tell you as much that it's empty, which is pretty nice. Just got to go over there, fill it up, and it'll take off again. Actually made it quite easy to spray the field there last time. The old gamer was asking, where can I get this mod? The Oklahoma map? The Oklahoma map is off of American Eagle Modding. And like I said, for you folks that do not want to download it off American Eagle Modding, because you do need to have an account there, just do a Google search for it or something like that, and you should be able to find it on some other websites as well. It is version 2, I believe, of Oklahoma. Slow was asking, how do you pull down the mini-map? I'm a newbie at this. Yes, the mini-map there. So it's just 9, and you can pull it up and you'll see the a bigger version of the map. Push 9 again, goes back down to the small version of the map there. And at least when you're playing on here anyway, there is the additional map, and that is Shift ? That brings up the map so you can see what's owned and pretty much all that good stuff here. You can see our rating, which is, oh wow, we're up to 64. Not too bad. Got a few illegally felled trees there. We got, wow, 24 licenses purchased. That's probably what's really bumping up our rating here at the moment. Plus owned objects, time played, 200 hours. Interesting. I'm not sure actually how that is calculated, folks. I know I've asked this before. Is that game time, total players time? Not sure how that's figured, but... Oh, and we're full again. Well, looks like we almost have one full trailer load of cranberries here. There we go. And with that, folks, too, I think we better wrap up the episode there. So with that, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.